All right.
Okay, so this is your typical gabled ridge scenario. You have a flat curb. The top of the curb is all in plane. Very simple to measure. It's, let's say it's 50 by 100, very simple. The base tilts to meet the pitch. So right here, it's not a problem. That's your pitch. Great. The curb can tilt there. The problem here is a lot of contractors want to do the curb kind of like this and this portion flat, if you will, or parallel to the ground. And that is impossible because you never know where this is going to turn up. Okay. So if you had this, it is possible to do it. So here's the scenario right here. So Mr. Contractor, where is this going to start to turn up? Because we have to close this off. If it's in plane, it's very simple. You tilt this back and the skylight kind of follows that, and you have base going this way and base going up, and it's all in the same plane, and there's no discussion where this has to turn. Whenever you have to interface with the contractor and say, hey, how big is this going to be? 3 inches? Okay, and this is 3 inches on this side. So you can't figure out in space where this is actually happening, because you cannot measure that this is 100 inches here or whatever. There's no way you can measure that because it's happening up there, and so it becomes very difficult. So it's much easier to say, Mr. Contractor, the curb has to be in plane with the roof or parallel to the roof. And now you can give us a dimension here of, 55 inches, let's say. And that's why it makes it easy to do it in plane, and makes it, but in the head of the contractor, it's difficult because often this is a wall. So if this were a wall coming up, they want to do it like that, nice and plain. It has a double top plate, and then they want to go up with it. Nope, that's impossible to figure out ahead of time. The closure here is difficult to figure out, because if the curb were going up, where does it start? If this is the curb, where does it start? Does it start here? Does it start here? Does it start almost at the end? So it's very difficult to figure that out. The carpenter is not going to get it perfect. They're not going to follow the drawing. They're going to use dimensional lumber. So it becomes very difficult. If the curb was parallel to the roof plane, very easy. You just tilt this up to match it. Very simple. You have your slope dimension, very simple, and then you get your angle on top of the curb. Does that make sense?